What's up, my lady loves? I'm PokeCinema, and this is Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Sky. So, sorry for not commentating all of that, but it's pretty text heavy. That's something that you're going to find out about this game. It is very text heavy, and it is a very, very good game. It actually has a lot of differences from the main Pokemon series. It's way better in my opinion. If you want my honest opinion, this is one of my favorite games ever. It's a very, very good game, and I'm really glad to be Let's Playing it. Oh, Tommy is your name. Okay. Well, you don't seem to be a bad Pokemon, at least. Sorry that I doubted you. More and more bad Pokemon have been turning up lately, you see? Many Pokemon have gotten aggressive lately. Things have grown somewhat lawless. Alright, well, here's the introduction of Team Skull. These guys are pretty mean. They're basically your baddies of this of this game, as you had in Red Rescue Team. But they're definitely gonna cause us some trouble right now, as they're stealing Luke's awesome relic that he had. So what are we gonna do? We gotta stop him, right? Well, anyway, like I said, there's a ton in this game, like a ton of story and a ton of text. So I might not be reading all of the dialogue. But as you can see, it's a text-heavy game, a dialogue-heavy game. I'm going to explain a little bit more about this once we actually get into the cave. Oh, what should I do? That's my personal treasure. It means everything to me. If I lose that... No, there's no time to waste. I've got to get it back. Hey, can you help me? Alright, so this is basically introducing... our partner in the game. You get to choose who you want to be your partner in the game, and I chose Charmander just because I really like Charmander, and I was a sassy person apparently, so I got a Riolu, so we're pretty lucky here. Head for the stairway, as you can attack enemies by pressing A. Enemies won't move or attack until you do. Okay, so that's basically some introduction in the game, what it's saying there. Not introduction, but can't think of the word anyway, but we're gonna mess with some controls. So let's change the speed to fast. We're not gonna have the grid on, but we're gonna make a shaded map, and the top screen is going to be team stats, so then I don't really have to put teams on there. But here we go. I think we're good. I think we're good with our stuff. Just changing settings, yes. You can also change your windows by going to the setting, and I'm gonna look around and see what we got. You know, I think... Sorry for that interruption. You know, sometimes I get interrupted. It's really annoying. But anyway, we're ready to move on. This is kind of like your tutorial dungeon of the game. Really, there's not much guys in here, but we're gonna want to look around because, as you can see, you can, there's a little damage, not a damage meter, but there should be a little bar in the screen telling you what Pokemon are in this dungeon. I mean, they're pretty weak, so they're not too much of a problem. All right, let's just wait a turn and let this guy come over here. And there's a lot of things that we gotta cover right now. All right, let's bite this guy real quick though. Let's get him out of the way. All right, well, one normal attack should be able to take this guy out. No, man, he's got some. All right, he's got some hefty defense. Sorry, I kind of cut out there. I had to stop and do something, but there's still a lot of things I haven't explained. Luke, you can check his moves, and let's say I don't want him using Growl, so we're gonna uncheck that. So you can basically select what you want your guys to use, and by guys, I mean what you want your partner to use, and also by selecting an item, or selecting a move, rather, you can use R and A to just quickly do that move, which I totally failed. I think it's L and A, actually. Yeah, it is. Okay, well, you can set moves like that, which makes it really easy, and you also get a bonus with that. I can't remember if it's an EXP bonus or not. I'm pretty sure it is, though, but let's just use L and A really quick. I had a lot of trouble using that, actually, on the DSi, because DSi's had a problem with their bumpers breaking, so a lot of people might not know about that because it never worked. It doesn't look like there's any items here, but the item I'm looking for is a Blast Seed. I'll explain what it does a little bit later. Right now, we're only at a 1-item inventory, and basically your inventory, you just hold a bunch of items, and these do have a lot, and by these, I mean these games do have a lot of different items. And also, something you might want to note is if you are a water Pokemon, you can walk on the water, which is pretty awesome. But if you're like me and you're a Riolu, you can't do that. Sadly, only water Pokemon, which I think it's a big advantage. And also there's lava that fire Pokemon can walk on and stuff like that as you progress through the game. But let's just bite these two guys, and we are gonna have to worry about power point usages too. As you saw, I did have a meter. And what these wonder tiles do right here is you step on them when you have a status ailment, like, not really status ailment, but let's say someone drops in my defense or my accuracy. Well, you step on these tiles, then it'll activate it back to normal, which is pretty nice. I think it's very generous. So you didn't have to go out the whole floor, but here we go. We leveled up, and now we are learning a new move, which is why I like to use Riolu. And we're learning Counter, which is a really, really, really good move, as well as Endure. But we're gonna teach him Counter and get rid of Foresight, because Counter will definitely benefit us in a lot of boss fights, excuse me. Basically what you do is you put it on, and whatever that Pokemon deals to you, whatever damage that Pokemon deals to you being an enemy, you deal it back the same amount of damage, which is really, really nice. So let's keep on continuing in this. There's only 4 floors in this dungeon, plus the pit, which is where you'll be fighting the boss, the mini, it's not really a boss, it's kind of more like an introduction boss. But let's bite this thing really quick and hopefully take this thing out. And looks like Luke grew a level as well, which is very nice. And something I love about this game is with the team stats, it actually does tell you their HP and how much they have. So that's really nice. I liked that about this game. A lot of people usually put their jobs up there and stuff, but let's see what this is. Okay, a Sleep Seed. We don't want that. There's a specific item I'm looking for, but I'm having trouble finding it. Hopefully we can find it. I'm gonna pick up that Sleep Seed though on the way back, because we're gonna need that. Another good person to pick in your, not your starter, but your companion would be Pikachu. Pikachu starts out with Thunder Shock, and it absolutely just destroys everything, so it's really, really nice. Okay, let's pick this up. Swap, there you go. You could swap items just like I did there, and looks like Luke scratched that thing to death. Good job, my friend. And you also heal gradually from walking around, which is very nice as well. So then you won't get too much, you know, you won't die as easy. Like, you can actually just walk around or wait and heal, because with A and B, you can also wait a turn, which is pretty nice. And everything's like turn-based. It's kind of weird. Like, you move and then your enemy moves, like, no matter what. Like, if I walk forward, an enemy takes a turn. and it's usually them walking as well. Like, it's kind of hard to explain. Okay, we need a blast seed. This is the last floor. Just kill that thing. Come on. You can do it, buddy. Good job. Oh, sweet, and we leveled up again, which is very, very nice. But I also like Riolu because it's the only fighting type that you can choose, and something that's different between Darkness and Time, those mystery dungeons, is in this one there's Riolu and Fanfi, and what's the other Pokemon? No, all Sleep Seeds. Okay, that's not too bad though. We can just take out these other guys. We should be able to take them out really easily, but let's kill that Shelter really quick. Alright, Luke gained a level and learned Ember, which is really nice. So we want to keep that selected because Ember will be doing a lot of damage. And something really cool with Ember, I believe it's Ember, is that it shoots across the map. Actually, that's Flamethrower, if I remember correctly. It's been a while since I played this game, so I know people are probably raging at me like, ah, you've done bad. But you know what? I don't care. Well, here we are in the pit. Hey! Well, well. If it isn't our old friend, the big chicken. Give me back what you stole from me. That's my personal treasure. It means everything to me.
The treasure, you say? So that thing really is valuable, huh?
It could be worth more than we'd hope for, I'd say. We ought to try selling it. Who knows? It might get a good price. Ho ho ho! All the more reason not to give it back. What?
If you want it back that badly, come and get it.
Okay, that was pretty menacing. But here we go. This is our first boss fight of the game. Let's just wait here really quick. Okay, and now let's look at Coughing. Coughing is the stronger of these two. But let's go ahead and get our item out and throw it. But they'll try to trick you sometimes and be like, throw with who? Not really throw with who, but you know what I'm saying. Alright, well, the Zubat shouldn't be too much of a problem. Coughing is the harder of the two, but like I said, Zubat really isn't too much trouble. So there we go. Beat those guys pretty darn easily. Oh, whoa.
We got roughed up.
Yeah, you did. Alright, good game, haters. Blast it. How'd we get whipped by wimps like them?
Bah, here you go, take it then.
Alright, there we go, we got that relic back. Don't you think you're so awesome? Your victory was a fluke. Didn't look like a fluke to me, we stomped you guys. Hey, get out of here, punks. Oh, it's my relic fragment. Yes, it is, buddy. I am ever glad. I actually did manage to get it back, so you'll see that Luke is kind of a wuss right now. Not Luke, but you know what I mean. His character's kind of a wuss, but you grow on him. Like, it's a really, like, emotional game. Like, I don't know how to explain it. I got really attached to this game. I only helped you because I happened to be there. Was it right thing to do? Yes, it was. I guess so. The Pokemon is clearly grateful. It's nice to be appreciated. So if you didn't read the dialogue before, we were actually a human that got turned into a Pokemon. It's kind of odd, so we're gonna have to investigate that further. This is the relic fragment. Well, at least, that's what I started calling it. But this is relic fragment. It's my precious treasure. You see, I've always liked legend and lore. I always get so excited when I hear tales from the past. Don't you feel the same way? Hidden troves full of treasure and strange relics, or relics, whatever you want to call them, uncharted territories veiled in darkness, and new lands just waiting to be discovered. Such places must be full of unimaginable gold and treasures. And history. Wouldn't it be amazing to make historic discoveries? That's what I always dream of. It's all exciting to me. So one day, I happened to come across my relic fragment. I admit it looks like junk, but take a closer look. Oh, see, it's got a nice pattern on it. That inscription forms a strange pattern, doesn't it? Yeah, it's true, that does look pretty weird. There must be some significance to this pattern. This relic fragment must be the key to legendary places, to areas where precious treasure lies. At least, that's the feeling I get. Yeah, it does look pretty special. I mean, I've never seen a rock quite like that. But we'll be figuring out what that does later on in the story. Maybe it does nothing, you know? Who knows? It's a pretty cool treasure, but I'm glad we helped this guy out. What about you, Tommy? What are you gonna do? Well, apparently, we're just a hobo right now because we have nowhere. If not, can I ask a big favor? Would you be willing to form an exploration team with me? My reading is terrible. I'm convinced that I can form an effective exploration team with you, Tommy. So will you, please? Alright, an exploration team. If you haven't played any of the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers, of course, what you do is explore. You explore caverns, mystery dungeons, and stuff like that. So let's form a team with this Charmander. I think we can go pretty far. You know, I like Charmanders. Alright, so let's team up with Luke. Yes, I'm talking to myself. It's kind of weird. Yes? Really? You'll form an exploration team with me? Yes, I will. I'm probably saying that wrong, but you guys know that I read like so bad. First, we should go to Wigglytuff's place and sign in as apprentices. That's where we need to train to become first-rate exploration teams. And I, you know, having trouble pronouncing things because I'm dumb. But here we go. Formed an exploration team. Now we just gotta figure out what to name it. Actually, you know what? What do you guys think we should name the exploration team? You guys can comment below. That'll be a comment question. I know I haven't done that in a long time. But yeah, go ahead and leave your comments below what you want me to name the exploration team. It would be cool if it would be like fitting to my name. You know, fitting to PokeCinema or whatever. But yeah, here we go. We're just getting started on this game. It's a really cool game, so if you haven't played it, I really urge you just to stick around and watch this Let's Play, because it's really good. It's really such a good game. But anyway, I think we're going to end it off right here. So thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys in the next episode.